Hey guys, I'm back again with another fluid acrylic flower pour. I'm using a mix of pouring techniques to create floral-like blooms on canvas. There are tons of ways to create bloom effects with fluid art. Today I'm doing a little bit of swiping and some blowouts with a straw. The results are an abstract bouquet of blooming flowers. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I had a bit of a struggle with it becoming a little more abstract than I was actually going for. I overstretched the canvas and didn't really plan the layering too well. I still really loved the results. The colors were vibrant and the cells were gorgeous. Still, I wanted my finished pour to have more of a bouquet appearance, so I moved on to this canvas. To be honest, I didn't make any really drastic changes between the two pours, though I did change up my background color to a shimmery light mint green color from the darker gray of the previous pour. Instead of pouring every part of the flower at once, I worked piece by piece. I focused on the individual parts of the flowers instead. So, stalk first, then each bloom. I ended up working on this canvas for well over an hour. That being said, I had to shorten this video significantly for you guys. If you want to see more on how I mix these colors, check out my last video. Everything is mixed with Floral for this pour. I was able to keep this pour more in line with what I had in mind. By working on each part individually, I was able to keep the stem more intact and the blooms where they belong. In case you're new to pouring, I tried to leave a bit more of the action I make while blowing out the blooms for this video. Once again, my head really got in the way of most of it. The next time I do a blowout, I'll try to remember to put a camera to the side so you might actually get to see something. Speaking of camera angles, those of you that have been around for a while will be happy to hear. I'm finally getting a gimbal and macro lens for my camera. Hopefully this will lead to way better close-up shots and you won't have to suffer through my shaky hands anymore. Technically, these are birthday/Christmas gifts, and as of this video, I don't have them, but fingers crossed, shake-free videos coming soon. There is a pretty dramatic color change between the two blooming flower pours. This is pretty typical when you change up your background colors, especially when you go from a darker shade to a lighter one. We see colors differently based on the colors that surround them. So while the flower and stem colors are the exact same colors from the exact same batch of mixed paints, they look very different because of the background colors. I have another example of this in action coming up in future videos, going from a titanium white background to a phthalo green background. I am really fascinated by the way we see color. Slight changes can make huge differences in the way they are perceived. I'm in no way trying to promote this game, but there is a mobile game called I Love Hue. It's an excellent way to see how much colors change based on their position to each other. It's basically a puzzle game based on color hues. Once the pieces are mixed up, it's much harder to tell where they once belonged. Again, not promoting, but it is a good way to see this in action. Even though it felt like this pour took forever to finish, I'm thrilled with the results. I said before, I have never quite mastered the art of the blowout with acrylic pouring. I do think that they have improved over the years, but they are still one of my least favorite methods. While these weren't perfect blowouts, I am satisfied with how they turned out. In the end, my mom loved it, so that's all that really mattered anyways. Alright guys, I'll leave you to the rest of the video. If you have any questions about this pour or any of the others you've seen, feel free to reach out below. I try to take the time and answer every question that I get. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the pour. I'll see you next time. Bye!
flow.